Hi friends, I'm Becca Werwell, author of Road Trip Rescue, a contemporary middle grade adventure for kids ages 8 to 12. And today I want to tell you all about a cool website called Kickstarter. We'll talk about what Kickstarter is, how I use it for my books, and why you as a reader can get excited about this too. If you're anything like I was just a few years ago, you might not know what Kickstarter is. In fact, I didn't know what Kickstarter was until some of my author friends started using it to sell their own books. They offered some fun rewards, they sold the books early and directly to their readers, they let their readers in on some behind the scenes things. And I realized this could be a really fun way to help get my readers involved and to help bring my projects to life so that I could provide the very best quality project possible. So I did pre-launch Road Trip Rescue with the Kickstarter campaign last year. And this year in April, I am planning a Kickstarter campaign for book 2, Road Trip Return. So let's take a look at the basics of Kickstarter. Kickstarter is a way for creatives to fund their projects by offering rewards to people who back the project. So there's different reward levels to choose from. So a person who wants to back the project could choose, say, an ebook or a paperback or a hardback if we're talking about books. And they are not charged for those rewards and don't receive the rewards unless the project meets its funding goal. So for Road Trip Rescue, my goal was $1,000. That meant that once the project hit $1,000, those rewards were guaranteed. If the project hadn't funded, if it had only gotten $500, that means that none of the backers would have been charged and I wouldn't have been able to fulfill those rewards. My friend, CJ Malacy, she is the YA author of the award-winning Taliona series, says that getting involved in a Kickstarter is like going to see the exclusive premiere of a movie before anyone else has the chance to watch it. So it's a really fun way for fans to get involved, for readers to get books early, and to have some other fun perks too. Plus, more of the support goes to the author directly, as opposed to a retailer like Amazon or Barnes& and Noble that's taking a big chunk of the money. And that means that the author is able to put more of that money into marketing, into creating a really solid quality product, and helping more readers find that book when it launches later on retailers. So it's a win-win for both the author and the readers. And like I said, I am planning a Kickstarter campaign for Road Trip Return, book 2 in the Road Trip Rescue series for April, but you can actually follow the pre-launch page now so that you can be notified as soon as the project launches. So why should you care? Well, Kickstarter is a really fun way to get books before anyone else can get a copy, and also to get in on some fun rewards like signed copies, maybe getting your name in the back of a book, things like that. So I'm building my own little Kickstarter books collection because I've been having so much fun with these Kickstarter campaigns. I mentioned the Talione series by CJ Malacy. And another book I have here is Rise of the Enemy by Laurie Christine. It's a devotional book for boys. And then the Power Pup series by Amanda Trumpauer. She's working on fulfilling her campaign now, so I ordered 3 books in the series. This one I had had before, but she had recently had a campaign specifically for the 3rd book in the Power Pup series. Then I also have other books that I don't have in front of me because some of them are just on my Kindle right now, or some of them I've gifted to kids in my life. But Kickstarter is a really fun way to be able to get insight on these projects, to follow along with these authors, to get signed copies. I also love that my name is in the back of some of these books, so I can say, hey, I was part of this team. I helped bring this project to life. So I had mentioned that I'm soon going to be launching the Kickstarter for Road Trip Return, book 2 in the Road Trip Rescue series. Road Trip Return is Daniel's story. So Daniel is a friend that Kimmy meets in Road Trip Rescue. And it's written for kids ages 8 to 12. It's an international adventure, so they actually end up out of the country in Guatemala as Daniel tries to stop his brother from making what he sees as the biggest mistake of his life. So there are some benefits to backing the campaign for Road Trip Return, the first of which would be getting to read the story early. So the book won't launch on retailers until September, but if you back the campaign, you can get the ebook by June. Print books, I'm estimating, will be ready by July. That's 2 whole months before you could get access to the book on Amazon or Barnes& and Noble or anywhere else. Also, you could get a special edition copy of the book that's only available through Kickstarter, I only print them in one run from the Kickstarter campaign. Road Trip Rescue, this is what the special edition copy looked like. So it has a dust jacket that the other copies don't have. It has foil stamping, so silver foil stamping, an inspirational quote on the back. This one says, "You are not alone, you never have been." And I do have some special edition copies of book one, signed and numbered. That'll be available for the campaign for Road Trip Rescue 2 as well. So you can actually get special edition copies of both books. Also, you're buying the books from me directly. So that's a different kind of shopping experience. I'm signing the books and I can personalize them. You can also get your name in the book. So in Road Trip Rescue, I have the whole last page. You're not going to really be able to see very well here, but in the acknowledgments toward the end there by my finger is a list of Kickstarter backers. So I love getting to thank and acknowledge my team who helps me bring this book to life. Kids can get their name in the book. So if parents back, you can choose to have your kid's name in there, which I know some kids were super excited about with Road Trip Rescue. So that's a fun perk. There's also other exclusive rewards. For example, everyone who backed Road Trip Rescue's campaign ended up meeting a goal. So I had different stretch goals as we reached different levels of funding. And one was the audiobook, which was professionally narrated by Talon David, who did an amazing job. So everyone who backed the campaign for Road Trip Rescue also got the audiobook. And so even though you're paying a premium price to get the book early and to get these other perks, you might get rewards that are actually worth more in the long run. Because if you lump together the paperback and the ebook and the audiobook and all these other rewards you're getting, it really is worth it. And finally, backing the campaign gives you access to the behind the scenes. I send backer updates to let you know how production's going. So for writers or storytellers or for kids who want to be an author when they grow up, it can be really insightful to have access to those backer updates and to see how the process is going. So if you're a grown up and you have a kid who loves to write and you're backing this campaign, invite your kid to look at the backer updates and to follow along with the campaign and to get excited with you. So in case you've never had a chance to look at a Kickstarter page, I want to show you my page from Road Trip Rescue, since the Road Trip Return page won't be up until the campaign launches in April. So up here at the top, you have the title, you have a little bit about it. Since this campaign is no longer active, it has information about the campaign that 121 backers pledged over $5,000 to bring the project to life. And then down here, we have the campaign page. The campaign page is lots of different information. It is about the story. It includes endorsements that I put in here that I got from other authors. I also have information about why I wrote the story, who it's written for, how it connects to my own story, information about the campaign itself, the details of Kickstarter, a sample, about me, why I chose Kickstarter, and then information about all the different reward levels, which I'll go into in a moment. Then I want to scroll down here and show you the stretch goals. So stretch goals, after we hit that initial $1,000 goal, we got to move on to some other fun goals. So at $2,000, we added a discussion guide and recipes to the back of Road Trip Rescue. At $3,000, we added an online Q&A for backers. $4,000, everyone who backed the book at a print level received a bookmark. And at $5,000, everyone who backed at the ebook level and above received a professionally narrated audiobook. So even though you're paying a little more for these levels than you would be to buy a book on, say, Amazon, you're getting all these other fun things added in. So over here on the side, we have the available rewards, which obviously they're not really available anymore on this campaign. But when Road Trip Return launches, there will be rewards. They'll be a little different than these, but same kind of idea. So for Road Trip Rescue, there was an ebook level, paperback level, hardback level, and I won't go through all of these. But if you go on the Kickstarter website, you can still search for the Road Trip Rescue campaign. You can read through all these rewards. You can get excited about the type of rewards that might be on Road Trip Return. So when you back a project, essentially you're choosing the level you want to back at, the rewards you want to receive, assuming the project funds. And if the project doesn't fund, no worries, because your card won't be charged. I'm going to scroll down here to the bottom of the rewards. Down here, you can see that some rewards were all gone. So this might include an early bird special For Road Trip Rescue, an early bird special that I had was a signed paperback. That was $20 instead of $25. So readers who backed early in the first 48 hours could get a discount on the paperback level. Other rewards that might be gone if you wait too long to back would be a limited level that only allows for a certain number of backers. So there might be a level that only 10 people can back at, and once 10 people have backed at that level, then it's gone. So that's a benefit of going to the pre-launch page for Road Trip Return now and following along so that you can make sure you get a chance to have your pick of the rewards. So now I want to show you how to follow the pre-launch page for Road Trip Return if you're interested. So if you don't have the link, you can go to Kickstarter.com and just type in Road Trip Return in the search box. You can see it's already there since I've been searching it. And then you can go down here and click on Road Trip Return. So you'll see that instead of having all the information like the Road Trip Rescue page does, this just says upcoming project, just has a little bit about the project, not much. And then there's a green button here that says notify me on launch. So if you click that button, it'll have you log in, or you do have to create an account if you don't yet have an account. Now, I know a lot of people don't like starting a new account if you don't need to, but there are some really great reasons to have a Kickstarter account. There are some really fun projects you can discover, and if you're interested in Road Trip Return, you can get your pick of some really great rewards, those early bird reward levels, the limited rewards that are limited to a certain number of backers. If you're excited about Christian middle grade fiction and having family-friendly stories that all of your kids can enjoy, you can help me fund faster so more people can find the book. And there's no obligation when following. This is just a notification system, so it's not like I get a list of the people who have followed. It's just going to let you know. Kickstarter will send you an email and let you know when I launch the project. Friends, I'm so excited to share Road Trip Return with you on Kickstarter. And until then, I hope maybe you can find some exciting new projects on Kickstarter or wherever you find your books. Happy reading. I'll talk to you later.